Good morning and welcome to Transwest Truck Trailer RV in Frederick, Colorado. I'm Brian Moritz. Today I get the honor of walking you in and around a used but certainly not abused 2015 Newmar Ventana 3436. So pretty entry-level diesel. Being a used 2015, this one is in exceptional shape. Really nothing that I've found wrong with it yet. We'll start by kind of walking around the outside and then we'll head inside. So even on a Newmar entry-level diesel, you get a full body paint. In 2015, they called this the Castile graphics. So no stickers, no decals are gonna peel over time. And this paint job is actually holding up very nicely. I don't see any real swirl marks or anything like that in it. In this first compartment here, just a nice big storage bay, carpet lined, so things aren't gonna slide around on you while you're driving down the road. Next bay, another good sized storage bay here. This one's actually got a manual tray. So if you're putting stuff way in the back, you don't have to climb in there. You can just pull it out to you. Now, I'm gonna show you a couple upgrades because this Ventana is pretty well loaded up. So up in this compartment as well, we have a central vacuum system. Something you don't see on a lot of entry-level diesels. So that's where you're gonna change your filters, that kind of thing for that central vac. Down in this compartment here, you got the pegboard. You know, you can hang some extra tools in there, keep a couple extra quarts of oil, whatever you need. Just a really nice place to have. And then directly behind that's going to be your 105 gallon freshwater tank. Back one more. Another nice storage compartment here. So for a 35-foot motorhome, it's 34 feet 10 inches overall length. Really nice storage on the passenger side, on your patio side. Coming back to the farthest rear compartment, not a lot going on here. We do have 2 chassis batteries. All these are going to do is start that engine for you, and then a main battery disconnects for when you're putting it in storage. You can keep those batteries from dying. Coming around the rear, so this is a rear mounted radiator coach. But behind the radiator here, you do have a 360 horsepower Cummins ISB, a 6.7 liter turbo diesel. Full color backup camera up top. Down below, 2-inch receiver, 5,000 pound towing capacity, and then 7-way connector for trailer brakes and trailer lights. Over here, we do have a removable ladder, or a collapsible ladder. So kind of cool how they used to do this. Pushing on these tabs, and you can fold this up and away or take it off altogether if you wanted to. There you go. Now that we're over on the driver's side, another nice storage compartment here. And this one is not underneath the slide out, so this one is absolutely accessible without, or even when that slide is out on this side. Another thing you don't see on entry-level diesels very much, 50 amp shore power cord on a reel. It's a 34-foot cord. Push a button, winds itself back in. 15-gallon DEF tank with a gauge back here. Now there's a gauge inside for this as well, but that's your diesel exhaust fluid. Keep it full and you won't ever have to worry about it. And then your house water bay. So a couple things going on in here. Hot and cold shower, exterior shower. Right here you see our winterized valve, so we can actually just siphon antifreeze into this motorhome instead of having to fill the tank and then pull it in. Valve for freshwater fill, black tank rinse, whole house water filter, another reel for your fresh water, and then push the button, again, sucks itself back in. And then the dump for your gray and black tanks are both in this bay as well. Forward one more compartment, 2 things going on in here. One, we got about a half pass-through bay. If you look closely, you can actually see that little tray in there. And then behind that, we have our Oasis system. That's on-demand hot water as well as hydronic heating, burning diesel fuel rather than propane. So a little bit more efficient than what you get with a propane system. 4 house batteries. Those are going to be 6-volt AGMs on a tray. So if you ever had to change them, you can actually just pull them out to you so you don't have to fight getting them in there. 32-gallon propane tank in this compartment. So that's going to run your refrigerator as well as your cooktop, being that this does have the hydronic heating. Fuel fill up here right behind the front axle. Now this is a dual side fuel fill unit, so you can fill from either side. It's got 100 gallons of fuel total. That hydronic heating system I was talking about will pull fuel directly off of this 100 gallons. Coming around the front, another thing you don't see on 34-foot diesels very often, you got a Cummins owning quiet diesel 8,000 watt generator. So plenty of power to run this. Now with that 8,000 watt generator, this particular coach is upgraded. It has 2 15,000 BTU with heat pump air conditionings on the roof, and that generator will run both of them just fine. So we'll go ahead and head inside now. So I left the slides in on this unit, something I don't usually do, but I just want everyone to be able to see kind of what your room looks like when slides are in. So it looks a little tight in here. I still have plenty of room, so you kind of have some corners, but plenty of room to walk back here. Here's your bathroom. I can get in that just fine with that center pivot door. And then here's your refrigerator. I'll open it from this side so you can see me open it. Still plenty of room to open those doors. So this unit is definitely fully usable with all your slide outs in. We'll go ahead and get them out real quick. You can go ahead and squeeze, or if you want to go up that way a little bit. This is a triple slide unit, so bear with me while we get these things open. One thing I do like about this coach a lot, it's, well, one, it's very highly upgraded, but at only 35 feet long, it still definitely gives you the option of going to, the state parks, national parks that might have some length restriction to them. 2 roof-mounted air conditioners on a 35-foot unit is a little bit overkill, but overkill is always a good thing when it comes to keeping you cool. And then that hydronic heating system, 35,000 BTUs of furnace, will definitely keep you warm if you're out there winter camping. And this thing also came with there was an option in 2015 for a polar pack, a different kind of insulation in the roof. And this coach actually has that. It's R19 insulation in the roof as well. Okay, so now both of our living room slides are open. I'll open up the bed slide really quick as well. Excuse me. So something really awesome about this coach as well. A normal Newmar Ventana would have carpet in here. This one was upgraded. There is no carpet in this thing at all except for, I don't know, about a foot section right here below the dresser. But we actually have solid surface tile completely throughout. And since we're back here, we might as well just start going through the interior in the bedroom, make things a little bit easier on us. Okay. Now we got that opened up. So as we come back here, first thing we're going to see, queen bed. This is 60 inches wide by 80 inches long. So for you taller folks, this is a perfect bed for you. The previous owners actually kept the original, linen and everything that this coach came with. This coach is just in incredible shape, and the owners definitely loved on it. Good storage up above the bed here. So you got 4 cabinets total. On either side of the bed, we do have opening windows. so you can create like a nice cross breeze ventilation in there. And then reading lights underneath for both sides of the bed. Accent lights on both sides make it look very nice. Back in the back here, we do have a huge closet. And you can see the safe back there as well. And then with this closed up, you just get a nice big mirror. Just to the side of that closet, we do have the Whirlpool stacked washer and dryer. Another thing you don't see on entry-level diesels very often. Coming over to the driver's side, we have more accent lighting in the slide out. Looks really nice. Up top here, AV compartment. You can set this up if you have your satellite system set up. You can put your receiver in here. It'll hook to this 32-inch Sony HD TV. And then just another good storage cabinet up above that, or up above the dresser. Down below here, solid surface countertop. We do have an emergency egress window. So you just pop that open and then boom, it'll punch out there. I'm not going to open it all the way. Go. And then 5 drawers down underneath here, just for extra storage for clothing. Very nice to have. One more small drawer, and then 2 more of the big ones. Great storage in the bedroom for a 34-foot motorhome, 35-foot motorhome. And then also underneath the bed, we get some additional storage. Something else to notice up top here, both sides of the bed, we do have speakers. So those will play off of the dash radio. So if you got the radio on in the front, you can actually be listening to it in the bedroom as well. It's a little bit of, white noise. Coming forward into the hallway on the right side, we do have a full-length body mirror. Something you don't see very often in motorhomes in general, a full-length mirror. And then on the back side of the kitchen, nice pantry, pull-out drawers. And we can adjust these drawers to whatever height you need them to be. If you got cereal boxes or just canned goods, we can change them up to where you want them to be. 4-door Norcold refrigerator. Now this is a gas and electric refrigerator. So if you're out boondocking, you can run it off of propane, save those batteries. But very nice, very big. Plenty of storage for 4 or 5 people. Food storage for 4 or 5 people. Coming forward, 30-inch Whirlpool convection microwave. All the original trays are still in it. Pretty much everything that came with this motorhome when it was new is still in here, which is really awesome to see. A lot of times things start going missing. An absolutely huge cabinet here. Pots and pans, bowls, plates, anything you could ever need. There's plenty of room right there for it. Solid surface countertop down below. Folding stove cover. I love how Newmar does that. It just tucks away nicely, doesn't get in your way. It also protects your backsplash from getting grease and stuff to spray on it. 3-burner Atwood stove, and that's propane as well. Down below the stove, tons of drawers, more pots and pans and plates, forks, spoons, knives, whatever you need, you got the room for it. Residential style sink. It does have a faucet or a sprayer on it, so you can pull that out and spray off your dishes. And then single bowl undermount sink, very residential style. Before we go into the living room, we'll talk about in the hallway here, we do have your bathroom. So we come in here, there is a ton of room in here. We got medicine cabinets up top, toothbrushes, toothpaste, medicine, whatever you need. Absolutely more room than I could ever use. We also have a max air fan up on top here. That's going to be an exhaust fan, so it's going to pull air from in and suck it out. And then drawers all the way down. Another solid surface countertop with an undermount sink. And then I'm gonna get into the shower really quick so Jody can come in here and see it. So a very nice finished shower, and you know, it's not that standard white fiberglass, you know, kind of cheap looking thing. Very nice looking shower. Plenty of room in here for me. I'm 6 feet tall, 240 pounds. So if I can get in here, most people can. We did find that this bathroom does not accommodate two 220 pound or 240 pound men very well, but I don't think you want a bathroom that does that anyways. Coming forward to the living room here, right here, right across from the couch at kind of an angle, which is nice because I'm not turning my head 90 degrees to see it. We have a 43-inch Sony HD TV. Up above that HD TV, we have more storage. Now in there right now, you're gonna see all the original manuals, the books, remotes, everything that came with this coach is pretty much right there. Down below that, more storage. Personally, I would probably use this as kitchen storage, but huge down there. Now you see a little table in there. That's the original table for the passenger seat. We could put that back on if you want it. It's a nice folding table, just has a little bit of a workspace. Booth dinette. So one really cool thing about this dinette in particular is, one, you can sit in it pretty much like this. It's comfortable, it's nice. This is all flex steel furniture in here, but also we have a leaf. Now this leaf does match this table. It's got the cover on it, the original cover from Newmar. They never used it. Just pops in there like that, extends the table. Now in the closet we saw two folding chairs. That's actually to sit right here as well, so that you can extend this table and have a couple more people there. But very, very nice dinette setup. It's comfortable. You know, if you had 4 people here, you wouldn't be cramped, you wouldn't be shoulder to shoulder. While I'm sitting here kind of looking at the big windows, on each window in this motorhome, we do have dual shades. So we have a day shade, which is kind of just a solar shade, and then the night shade, which is your full privacy shade. So you pull them down, they lock. Pull them down just a little more and they'll unlock. Coming over to the driver's side, another flex steel couch. I do have to say, I really like this brown furniture. It accents very nice with the lighter wood. It gives it a very nice clean look, and then with the lighter tile floor, it all really flows nicely together. I don't know how well the camera's picking up on it, but more storage up above the sofa. Nice deep cabinet there. Another big one. So you see this gap here and why it's lower. Newmar actually does the same installation levels in their slides that they do in their roof. So that's what this gap here is, or this, yeah, I guess it's a gap here is. So that's why you don't have a full height shelf, but I'd rather have insulation than a big shelf. And then one more. And then down below that, just your main living room sofa that will fold out into a bed. Coming up into the cab area. Now this motorhome is built on a Freightliner XCR chassis. So good, well-known chassis. Over on my left side, I have the controls for hydraulic leveling. So when you get to your campground, just leave it running, hit auto level, boom, it'll drop the jacks, drop the air, and level you out. Touchpad for your Allison transmission. That's a 6-speed automatic transmission. Power mirrors adjustment for both driver and passenger side. The heat for that mirror, you can turn them on if it's cold, if it's foggy. Engine brake on and off. Comfort drive steering. This is something you'll never see in any other entry-level diesel other than Newmar. Newmar puts it in all their diesel products. Helps you with wind mitigation as well as just overall driving comfort. Parking brake, lights, all these are lights, and then there's a battery boost switch down below here. If your chassis batteries ever died, you would have, you could use the house battery to start the engine. I just turned it on, so it's gonna beep at me for a minute. But over here, we do have a dedicated camera screen, so that's gonna be your backup, as well as your side view camera. So I just turned on the left blinker, shows me the left side of this motorhome. Air horn switch, you gotta have an air horn in a motorhome. Switches are, switches for your shade in the front. So that is a power shade up front. Now, I'm just gonna show you guys. If I do have the key on, and hit the right button. It'll only come down to that far, so there is some safety mechanisms built into there. Fans, you have overhead fans back behind these cabinets. There's a high, medium, low switch. Generator start and stop for that 8 kW Onan diesel generator. Over here, courtesy lights, and then the step cover. We'll go ahead and put that up. So that's for passenger comfort. It comes up just about flush with the floor so that your passengers' feet aren't hanging in a hole over there. And then last but not least, over on the right side, this screen is going to be your radio as well as your navigation screen. So I've got it on navigation right now. You can see I'm just off the interstate. So, and you can set it up AM, FM, Bluetooth, whatever you need it to be. And then down below, just your standard HVAC controls for the chassis. So, I'm gonna actually look at my notes and make sure I didn't miss anything on this one. Like I said, just a very well upgraded 2015 Newmar Ventana. It's good to see one like this in just excellent condition. No issues that I've seen that you wouldn't expect on a 2015. I should note that it's got 19,232 miles on it. So it wasn't used very much, but you can tell it was a nice, well-loved unit. So. I'm going to go ahead and wrap it up there. Again, I'm Brian Moritz with Transwest Truck Trailer RV in Frederick, Colorado. If you have any questions about this unit or any other unit in my inventory, feel free to give me a call at 303-482-6375. Thank you guys so much for joining me, and we'll see you next time.